Alright guys, so this is my Neo 2T and we're looking at the rear derailleur here, and what we're going to show is how to move the rear derailleur if your rear derailleur is touching the Neo. So I just want to show you what this dimension looks like right now, and it's just over a ½ an inch. I know for US guys this is going to make sense, but I don't have a millimeter tape measure. It's hard to come by in the United States. And I'm just going to show you what happens when we install these spacers. This is the bag of doodads that comes with your Neo 2T, and let's dump this out. These are the two spacers that we're going to concern ourselves with. One is 1 millimeter and the other is a ½ millimeter. And what we're going to do is take off this whole thing, not the cassette, but we're going to take it off from here. We're going to pull the entire free hub out, and we're going to install these spacers behind here. This whole thing will come out. We'll get to that in just a moment. So the first thing that we have to do is take off the quick release or the through axle, whichever you happen to have. We're going to remove the bike, and then we're going to remove the free hub. So now the bicycle is disconnected, and all we have is this end cap, which is we're going to use our 5 millimeter Allen, and we're just going to take this end cap off, and then the whole free hub itself, this will all come out. So here's our end cap, and we're going to pull the whole cassette just like that. Now behind the cassette is going to be this little sleeve. That's why I'm wearing gloves. This gets greasy because this axle is greased. Oops. So we're going to this sleeve that's going to come off. And now we're going to take these two rings from earlier and we're going to put those on the axle. Like so. And once they're fit, we're going to take our sleeve again. We're going to also fit that back on the axle. And then we're going to take the entire cassette and we're going to reinstall it on the Neo. This is actually going to take two hands, so I'm going to put this down for a second because I have to squeeze the pawls. Okay, so once the pawls are squeezed, you can push this back in, and then you're taking the end cap, threading it back in, tightening it with your hex, and that's it. The process is done. So now I'm going to reinstall the bike and then show you the new dimension. So yeah, my finger's a little greasy now. So now, let me put this gear back real quick. Okay. So now, if we take that same measurement again, I know it's hard for you guys to see, but you can see that it moved out an actual a millimeter and a half from where it was previously. Make sure we're touching on the same spot. Hopefully you guys can see that. You can see that the derailleur hanger has moved relative to the Neo, and it has moved out, the dimension of the two spacers that we added. So that's what we're trying to get to.